Good afternoon, everyone. So today I'm going to introduce IMT Nord Europe. We are a school of engineering in France. I'm going to present you some of our programs, and also, of course, maybe the most important today is that you remember who I am. If you want to contact me, the contact details will be at the bottom of the page. And if you have questions either today or in the coming days and weeks, do not hesitate to write me an email. So, like I said, we are a school of engineering, a public school of engineering. We welcome over 2,100 students, for example, for this year, and we graduate over 600 students every year. We have a network of 15,000 graduate students, which is quite interesting for after your graduation to find a job, but also to find internships during your education at the school. We have more than 100 lecturers and researchers in our campuses, and we also have 150 doctoral students and postdoc researchers. We are a multi-campus school. We are based in Lille, which is the capital of north of France, but also in Douai, in Valenciennes, Alençon, and Dunkerque. So all cities in really the over Paris, I would say. And we have 20,000 square meters of research centers where we have our students who practice engineering science. And we have an incubator for the students who would like to, or students or young professionals who would like to create their own business. So it's a team who will support them in their project. And then we have a Fab Lab, which is a collective creativity platform. So if you have an idea, you can go there and create, give shape to your idea. And we also have, of course, a media center on each campus. Joining IMT Nord Europe will be a first step to enter the labor market. We have 93% of our students who sign a permanent contract before or within 2 months after the graduation. At the bottom, you can see example of big companies you might know, but you must know, I think, which are not just French companies, but international companies. And I would say it's not me, but the statistics, they say that there is an average salary for our graduate students, which is around 41,000 euro per year. So now on the right, you can see the map of our location. So we are really close to Brussels, 30 minutes by train. London is a little bit more than 1 hour, and Paris is 1 hour by train too. So if you come here in the north of France, you will have the possibility to discover Western Europe really easily. The school has 121 partnerships with international institutions around the world, like McGill in Canada or Imperial College of London. Not in Serbia for the moment, but and not a lot in your area of Europe, but maybe after this fair. And we are a school of the group called Institut Mines-Télécom. It's a group of 8 graduate schools in France, engineering and management schools. So it's quite a strong group, and this is also really good for the research, because as a group you are a lot stronger. It's the equivalent of the MIT, for example, in the US in terms of number of students. We also have a really strong and historical partnership with the University of Lille, which is the 2nd largest university in France. And for example, we have some programs, the master degrees that are taught in English that I'm going to introduce to you today. They are co-accredited with the University of Lille. What we are good at, or really good at, IMT Nord Europe, is there are 4 main domains of excellence. So the digital systems, energy and environment, industry and services, and eco-materials, industry and civil engineering. So that's really what we offer at the school in terms of research. And for example, if you're looking for a PhD, that's going to be the main fields we will be able to offer, like subjects for PhD studies. So now about our programs. So before starting on that, I want to explain that, okay, as a French graduate school of engineering, we have programs that are taught in French and a few programs that are taught in English. Today, I'm going to focus on the programs that are taught in English, but of course, if you're interested, you can contact me for the other programs. What you need to remember is that either for programs taught in French or taught in English, you will always require a minimum of a B2 level in the teaching language. So for example, for the master's degree, so Master of Science degrees that are taught in English, you will need a B2 level in English. For a French program, it will be a B2 level in French. So you contact me if you're interested in the French taught program, but I'm going to focus on the, and now I'm going to focus on the English taught program. So the Master of Science are master's degrees, so which is like today you have a bachelor degree, you can apply to these master's degrees. So first I'm going to present the structure of the program we offer. First semester is going to be engineering program, engineering courses in Douai. And then the second semester, you are going to travel to Paris. It's not far away, like I said. You are going to develop your communication and management skills, your business knowledge. You are going to be part of a business game. You are going to study intellectual property. So really, the idea is that after this degree, you will get an engineer and a manager profile. So third semester, you come back in Douai and you will continue to become an expert in your engineering field. And then the last semester, of course, is the final thesis with an internship in a company or in a laboratory, depending on what you would like to do after your master's degree. If, for example, you want to continue on a PhD, it can be worth it doing your master thesis in a lab. Then something else about these programs, you will have a course during the program that is a research initiation. The idea is that we want you to know what is the job of what is the mission of a researcher. What if you continue on a PhD program, what would you do? How it works to conduct research. And then, of course, you will learn French. So you don't need to speak French before coming, but you will have intercultural French courses to be able to buy a baguette in Douai or in Paris, and to be able to speak with, also maybe to look for a job in France or an internship in France at the end of the program. The cost on the left, so 9,000 euro per year, and it lasts for 2 years as it is a master's program. Let's continue. So we have 3 programs. The first one is a Master of Science in Eco-Design and Advanced Composite Structures. So it's more about material sciences. And the idea is to make you work on finding solutions to modern challenges in terms of developing complex parts. So, for example, in carbon or new materials, light. For example, for a new car, we want it to be even lighter than before, even stronger. If it's a pole, if you go hiking and you need new poles, like for decathlon, for example. So yeah, it's really about design and innovation, I would say. The second one is more about civil engineering and environmental engineering. It's a Master of Science in Advanced Design and Management of Durable Construction. So here, of course, the idea is that you find solutions for tomorrow's world finding more sustainable materials for more durable constructions. So that's the objective, the course objective of this master. And the last one is a new one we're going to launch, is a Master of Science in Design and Management of the Industry 4.0. So here we want our students to better manage industrial processes in terms of organization and automation. So it's more about production management, making it efficient, sustainable, and innovative. So like I said, you need a bachelor's degree, so undergraduate degree in science, technology, engineering. So whatever your field of study, it's interesting to share your academic background so that we can advise you if it will be worth it to apply. And of course, a B2 level in English. To proceed with the application, you can download through the QR code the application form and then send it to the email address. There is an interview, and then we let you know if you are admitted to the school. Oops. So like I said, the other program I'm going to focus today is the PhD program. So our school has accreditation to award PhD degrees from 3 doctoral schools. Before it was 2, but now it became 3. So it's really in engineering sciences, and the SMRE is a doctoral school for matter, radiation, and environmental sciences. So you can see a little bit the fields, the topics of the research that are conducted in the different laboratories and research centers. The idea is that I want you to know that we do award a PhD degree. So if you have a project of pursuing PhD studies in France, you can contact me, and I will try to advise you where to knock on the door and who to contact and how to do. Because, for example, for all the subjects, you have a catalog on Campus France. So it's written here in the middle, doctorat.campusfrance.org. And there you can see a lot of doctoral schools, you can see a lot of subjects, but not all of them. First of all, because it's more from January that they are published, and then because maybe not all the doctoral schools, they push them on the Campus France website. So it's always worth it to get in touch with the different researchers in the schools, in the doctoral schools, in the research centers. So do not hesitate through me to ask me, tell me what you want to do, and then I will try to advise you and guide you in and put you in contact with the right person here at the university and at IMT Nord Europe. Now about our location and the facilities here in our region. So first, the region is called Hauts-de-France, so it's like the top of France. We have really different landscapes. So I've never been in Serbia, but maybe you will come first to France and then I will move to Serbia to visit. But here in France, you have the sea, you have a lot of canals, like I don't know if you know Bruges, which is in Belgium, or Venice. You see a lot of canals. We have the same in Douai, so it's really nice place. We have cliffs, we have slag heaps, it's like black mountains from the charcoal industry in the past. And we also have, of course, countryside everywhere. And we have, like on the picture, you can see the architecture is really particular, is more like in Belgium and north of France is quite similar in the city centers. You can see the belfries, so on the right, the beffroi, and also we have castles. We have many museums. We have like a swimming pool which became a museum, La Piscine de Roubaix. We also have Le Louvre, like in Paris. We have one in Lens. So yeah, there is a lot to do. For 2 years or 3 years. You can visit a lot of things. We also have a lot of economic centers in IT, in innovation industries like Renault for the cars, or Toyota, or Decathlon, and many others. And then, like me, you will meet a lot of really kind people and welcoming people, and you will have the nice food experience, really great smelly cheeses, and in winter even more than in summer. Then about our facilities, so in whatever the campus you study at, you will have opportunities to find student residencies that are affordable. So here you can see some prices, average prices, and also for the food, because it's in France, university, they offer really cheap meals. So it's $3.25, it's national price. So you will have the same offer here in our school. And of course, you will have internet in the student residencies, laundry, car and bike parks, a gym, a small football pitch in Douai. So quite nice to keep fit and healthy. Of course, when you arrive, you are putting we put you in touch with other students, other international students mainly, who will help you to prepare your trip here in France, apart from myself and the staff team, but also students, they will welcome you on the day of your arrival. They can help you with the different administrative procedures you will have to do, so yeah, from a lot of countries in the world. But right now, I think we might have had a PhD and postdoc Serbian people, but not in the master's or bachelor's level. We have never received any Serbian students yet. Never say never. Then regarding scholarship opportunities, I think today you have already had a lot of information about that. So just a reminder, the Institut Français, on their website, you have some information about that. At different levels of Master 2 or PhD level, you can have you can apply to for a scholarship. And then there is also a program that the Youth Fund Dositeja scholarship program that I could not translate all the websites, but maybe it can be interesting to dig this solution also to finance your studies in France. And of course, before the end of the month, the end of the month, not the end of December, if you have really an excellent academic background, do not hesitate to get in touch with us, because we do apply for the FL Excellence program, scholarship program for some students. So it can be interesting if you meet the requirements that are quite high, but it's better to try than to fail. So. And then a few tips before ending my presentation. So about the life here in France, in Douai, it's quite cheap compared to bigger cities, and also compared to Paris. So you can live with 650 with housing, eating, and other fees that might happen. So for example, you have the insurances you need to take, so think about that, and also some French contribution, administrative costs that you will have. And if, for example, you want to move more easily between the different campuses, the student residence, the school, the labs, you can also buy a bike, sorry, like a second-hand bike. It can be interesting. Like I said, there are scholarships that exist, and also some housing aids and allowances. When you arrive in France, do not hesitate to get some information about that, because you can be eligible to get some housing aids, which can be 50 or 100 euro per month. So you always try. And then an advice, always anticipate as much as possible your administrative procedures. Prepare your trip to France, your travel, but also opening a bank account, for example. You can already start that from your country, from Serbia, before traveling to France. It's always better to do as much as possible the earlier possible. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So my contacts at the bottom. Feel free to contact me, even if maybe we don't have what you look for, but maybe I can advise you on another institution if you want to come in the north of France, another institution or another university in my region. Voilà.